Hey guys, CubeHamster here with a new video. It's a different video, not a redstone video, but a challenge. A challenge posted by Panda4994 and Spire called the Disarmorable Bomb. I guess a variation of the Undisarmorable Bomb. This is something I released ages ago after Seth Bling released like a challenge for a undisarmorable bomb. Panda and Spire kind of like followed it up now. So they created, I don't know, something that is apparently super hard to defuse or impossible. I'm not even sure. What are these? These are furnaces. So the idea is that you have to defuse all this TNT within a certain time limit. I'm not actually sure like how fast it is. But yeah, the challenge is to try and defuse the bomb before it explodes. I'm guessing that the furnaces kind of function as a timer somehow. Now, my initial thought is to pull black the TNT blocks with pistons. I'm not sure how we are on time though. I remember my challenge was 5 minutes. So let's just hope that this is also 5 minutes. I know for a fact that there's redstone torches in that, like a bunch of TNT. How they got there, I have no idea. But apparently it's possible in survival. Something I'm kind of curious about. But let's see what happens. If we one-tick pulse these pistons, like they have to be stuck on those things, so. Okay, that was not 5 minutes. Well then, let's try again. Okay, so I watched this video again, and apparently the timer is 1.5 minutes, and that's not a lot of time. So let's, it's obvious that these furnaces are the cause of whatever is happening. And I have no idea what Panda and Spire has done to these furnaces. Because there is nothing in them, but there's still like fire here somehow. So they probably I have no idea what they did. They did something. But what I think I'm gonna do now is whatever they did to the furnaces, it's all fun and stuff. But I think, I don't know, let's test this. Let's say I put in this, right? Okay, so that works. It didn't trigger, that's most important. And I can put in coal. So what happens, does this thing actually consume coal and stuff? I don't know, we'll find out. Maybe this is a way of tricking the furnace into not exploding. We will see. We should be able to do this within 1.5 minutes. So just the idea is that there's no way you're going to be able to set up some redstone thingy to pull out all the TNT at the same time in 1.5 minutes. So let me just give myself more time. Let's actually give myself a ridiculous amount of time. Let's put some coal in here. Oh, apparently it actually used 1 coal. Did it? No. No, it did. Of course it did, because it came from the hopper. Okay, so I think I've successfully manipulated these furnaces into no longer following the 1.5 minutes. So I'm pretty sure it's longer than 1.5 minutes now. So that's the first problem, out of the way. I guess technically if you build a giant machine, you could just make it so that the bomb never explodes. Don't think it really counts as diffusing, but no, it says find a survival friendly way to remove all TNT without blowing up any of it. So this is not enough. We have to do better. But let's put some iron over here. Don't know why I did that. Lots of clicking. I'm not sure what will happen if, like, I can't pull out the iron ore from below. So I guess, oh, yeah, okay, that doesn't trigger it. I was a bit worried about that, but that does not update the, like, furnace and stuff. Okay, well, this is a start for sure. Now I did all this stuff and I can't break the TNT. Now the question is, can I actually put blocks next to the TNT? I can. That was actually pretty risky. Because I'm thinking now that I probably want to use... No! Okay, well, where's the... Okay, they're done. The bottom TNT is not to be touched. That's a thing. Well done. Well, attempt number 3. There's something I would like to know though. So this is more for science, like this will probably fail, but I would like to know what were to happen if I used, no, this should explode as well. Let's just kind of try it anyway. Apparently just touching the TNT down there is enough for it to explode. Like the thing that I'm kind of worried about a little bit is like I'm not entirely sure like what the bad guy is. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm pretty sure that touching the TNT below will trigger it. Yeah. And actually, like TNT up there is also being triggered. Not all of it for some reason though. Okay, well that was just science. Well, attempt number 4. We're gonna do more science. Oh, that was the explosion from the last one. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, so now what I'm curious about is like which is actually the TNT that's being triggered. I am not under the impression that this TNT on the outside is actually being triggered. And I know there's a timer, but I'm pretty sure I can set this up like within 1.5 minutes. So what I'm curious about now is if I pull these down, if that would actually trigger them. I also have to be careful that because maybe this will. Yeah, it will. I'm dumb. Not even gonna wait for that. That was totally to be expected. Okay, well, time for more science. This is from the last one. My question remains though, and that is if we if we one tick pulse these downward at the same time, will any of them trigger? And I guess we have to do a little bit of a different approach, just a little bit, where we use repeaters to power these pistons. I guess I can kind of do it like that as well. I'm not sure if there's a difference. There actually might be a difference. I'm not that much of a timing expert, but this should at least not like trigger it. Okay, so my question is, if I pull these down, will that trigger any of the ones that I pulled down? It does. Okay. To me that feels weird in the sense that I guess the mere fact of just like touching the piston at the bottom is enough to cause it to mess up horribly. So we need to like science figure out how to pull that thing before that happens. But yeah, the TNT at the bottom seems to be the issue. So we need to figure something out. How do we move, like, is it even possible? Like, I know that on the inside of this, like, what happens if I bump into this? That's nothing, right? Okay. Okay, well, like if I can even only make one of these pistons not do anything horrible, that would already be pretty exciting. Um, hmm. This kind of reminds me of when you're trying to move rail segments with slime blocks and stuff. Like you don't want them to break. So I'm curious if, I don't know, this is probably stupid. Let's try it anyway. Like if I don't care about the other ones, but if I can make that one TNT not explode, then that will be a win. No, still explodes. Well done. How to make TNT not explode? It's definitely the TNT at the bottom that's like the killer at the moment. Like I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit stuck, just because like if you can't touch TNT, then how do you defuse it? It also doesn't help that I have no idea how they actually got the TNT in that situation, because like sure you can use World Edit or whatever, but it's weird. What else can I do? What else can I do? Just looking through all the things that are to my disposal. I'm not even sure if this thing is actually diffusable. I'm almost kind of tempted, like I would like to see what's inside, but that doesn't work anymore in 1.9.4. But it is just three like thingies, three torches. I guess what kind of confuses me though, like if I break this, right? Okay, then only those two explode and the one at the top. Why is that? Okay, so that's actually without the bomb, right? You can't place torches. Like, you can't place torches on TNT. It doesn't work. It's like glass. So that means that those redstone torches are in a state that they're not allowed to be in. And as soon as they receive any updates, that is enough to break them. And I don't think I can do anything about that, because as soon as you, like, let's say I even have a situation where I move, you know, a piston and there's a redstone torch, like moving it, anything like that, that's already enough to break it. It's a shame though that apparently it still triggers the thing before that happens. I'm kind of wondering if the way the Panda did it was by like creating insane amounts of lag. I know you're not allowed to change the game rules, right? But if we load this up again, and just for science, I'm gonna turn off the random, like the random update, tick update thing. I wonder how that will affect. I honestly have no idea. I don't think actually it will work, but I'm just curious now. Okay, so I mean, this is not allowed according to the rules, but this is just to figure out, like, if you could technically build a device that would, like, slow down the game to such an extent that it doesn't, like, trigger stuff. No, it still triggers it. And all the why that TNT though? Weird. Okay, well, I guess that kind of makes sense that that didn't work. Question still remains. Like, I follow Panda on Twitter, and he and Spire have been posting, you know, a lot of blocks that are in states that shouldn't be allowed. So they figured out something to do that in survival. And they have not released it yet, so I honestly have no idea how they got the blocks like that in the first place. And I figured that the way they would diffuse it is if you can generate that state again, where you can just have blocks in situations that are like invalid without them getting updated, then you know you're pretty much good to go. So now my issue at the moment is like I have no idea how they've done that. I have no idea. I'm trying to think really hard, but like, no. No, it's not my expertise, knowing those sorts of things. What possibly could they have done? Or regardless of that, what can I possibly do? I remember seeing a picture on Panda's Twitter of you know, this cactus floating in the air. Like, how would you do that? Like, how do you have a cactus floating in the air? As soon as you break it, the cactus breaks. I don't know. I don't know, but it's probably weird as hell. No, I hate admitting this, but I think I am not going to be able to do this. Sad, but like Panda and Spire know something I don't know. And I think that is the key in order to solve it. Like, they figured out a way to keep blocks from updating. And I'm assuming it's going to involve like a ridiculous amount of redstone. Possibly just like lag machines or something of the sort. Or maybe Minecraft goes over some limit or something with entities. Like, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they teleport themselves and the thing goes into like an unloaded chunk. Maybe they do stuff while being in ghost mode. Ghost mode could be a thing. I'll put a link in the description to like a ghost mode video. But the idea is that you can potentially do stuff in chunks without them actually being loaded and still kind of interact with stuff. And that would possibly cause it for you to break blocks without actually like updating anything, because if it's in a lazy chunk. That's my guess, but like, I don't know in 1.9.4 what the way is to get into that mode. So I have to give up. Well, Panda, you win this time. You win this time, but next time I will get to my revenge. But yeah, I'm like looking forward to your video on how you Inspire managed to. Like my guess, it's ghost mode, some sort of ghost mode. I hope I'm right, but I might be wrong. But I'm giving up. Throwing my cactus in the ring, as one should at this point. So yeah, guys, sucks. If you have an idea, then feel free to put it in the comments. But like, I'm stuck. I'm just stuck. So thanks for watching. If you have suggestions, go for it. Like, I'll put a link in the description to Panda's video, and I'm looking forward to see the solution because I do not have a clue. Bye bye.